This is Gaylord Oklahoma Memorial in Norman. It's the Kentucky Wildcats and the Oklahoma Sooners. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Checking in with Coach Braun before the game. This is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Wildcats offense will have the first crack at it in this one. They'll be matched up against one of the best secondaries in the country. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. He's got an open man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Big play to start this drive, and they're already out at the 48. It's first down. Looking to throw, it's Ward. Left side is Jackson.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
That's a fumble on the play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football, trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
Inside, it's Roberts. And he's brought down after a short gain.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running game.
Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
That's a nice run. This guy has it all, doesn't he? He has speed, he has shiftiness, and he has power. The power reminds me of an old, great Sooner running back, Marcus Dupree. Arguably one of the most gifted runners college football has ever seen. A guy that didn't quite pan out at the NFL level because of injuries. This dude has it in him, though, and I'm sure he's reminding a lot of people in the stadium right now of good old Marcus Dupree.
Second down, gonna throw it. Quick completion on the out route. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Right at the line. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The Sooners are marching down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Right side, it's Thomas. Fighting off the defender.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Sooners back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Quarterback changing the play. Booster. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Oh, he's got some room, headed to the goal line. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first so close to cashing it in for this offense. With the run on 1st and goal. And he surges across the line. Touchdown Sooners! The Sooner Schooner doesn't have a tight turning radius, but it can rev up the Oklahoma crowd, David.
Man, get them started, get them going early, test the limits, get in the end zone, get these people going bananas just safely. You know, go bananas, go crazy, but, you know, don't do too much and don't, you know, fall over in your seats.
And he tacks on the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, great job. Just keep your head up. Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Back to throw, it's Ward. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Looking for more room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Great place to start for this offense. Handoff to Xavier. Breaks into the open. Run there before the defense finally makes the stop. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The give to the back. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a 1st down. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the toughness, and you never question that. In Oklahoma, they got to get to that. They got to be that. They got to live that if they really want to build on what they use.
And into the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They thought maybe they could contain him. They thought wrong.
They did, and don't call them a quarterback anymore. Just call these guys skill players. I mean, so fast, you could tell the angles just get chewed up. You think you got a chance to catch him. Tell you what, put that in your back pocket. Understand, that guy can fly. I better make sure I take the proper angles when I'm chasing him.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Patterson. And he got enough for the 1st down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Makes the grab. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. Sets his feet. It's Ward. Makes the grab. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Straight ahead, it's Patterson. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. And they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Man, you got to love the safety's eyes on that play. He didn't get lost. He didn't get enamored with everything that was going on in front of him, playing pass down the field. He locked eyes on that running back, saw the screen develop, comes upfield, makes the play, makes the sound tackle.
That defense was a wall, and I think they're going to stop him a little bit short of this first down. Needs it. There he goes. He's at the 10. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that fourth down. First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. They'll try to get it in with the run. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Try to barge their way in. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Kentucky. You want to keep your offense on the field? Wear down the defense? Put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Scanning the field, it's Bentley. Setting up the screen. Just ran over it. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. This time they'll throw it. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
Making the adjustment. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He'll pull it down and run. Quarterback gets the first down and more. And he's finally forced out of bounds. Another first down, and he has just been running wild on this defense. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. Fresh set of downs going up top. They're working that left side. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Draw play, it's Blaylock. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen. They want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play call.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. The Sooners kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Hits inside, it's Blaylock. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Follows his blocks, it's Blaylock. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. And he's in! Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And that's the way you punctuate the long drive. Nice job being physical, getting that ground game going, and Jesse finishing with the ground game.
Yeah, really, I think that drive is really a microcosm of what they've been doing all game, right? Imposing their will by running the football. The defense knew it was coming, and they still couldn't stop it.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. It'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. From the gun, it's Patterson.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Back to pass, it's Ward. Out wide left, it's Jackson. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. Looking outside, it's Patterson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Kentucky right back to the line. 2nd down, gonna throw it. He lets it fly. He's got it on the right. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. And the Wildcats will have it 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Patterson. Enough to move the chains. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. He'll set up to throw. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Here comes the heat. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Running inside. It's Blaylock. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. Before they snap the ball on 2nd down, timeout is called. Got room at the 35. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a three before they head to the locker room. And that is no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Men, Week 9, go time. So let's get down to business with a notable update from the world of college football. We start with a look at LSU taking on the Mississippi State Bulldogs. And it's LSU trying to make it 10 for 10 here this season. This team knows exactly who they are. They've taken on the identity of that head coach, and they're a serious contender. Now back to your game in Norman. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see two offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
Kentucky will boot it deep to get the second half underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical.
Snags in, there's running room. Never seems to take the big hit, finds enough room to get to the 29. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Looking downfield, it's Bentley. Still looking to his right. Crosses the 40. Turning it on! They run him out of bounds after a gargantuan gain on the play. They had hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set him up inside the 30, 1st and 10. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. 9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Tough run here. It's Blaylock. Finding some room. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. And the Sooners are threatening on 1st and goal. Looking for running room. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Sooners. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And with this long drive, man, they're just showing you what they've been showing you throughout this football game. They can get it done. They can score points. And now, getting later in the football game, getting up by 3 possessions, the pressure is really on.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. There's no question this team is really down 28-7, and they have to find a way to get a score on the board with this drive. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They give it to him again. Swamped immediately.
After your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Quick give. It's Roberts. Oh, he's got some space. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. He stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! He got it right inside the pylon.
And remember back, guys, the defense gives them the short field, and the offense takes care of business. And now building this lead and really putting pressure on the other side. The offense on the other side is going to have to get pass happy. So dial up that nickel, dial up that dime, get that pass defense ready.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Kentucky offense out onto the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a.
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. If this were a wider field, like maybe in Canada or something, that might have been a turnover.
And they could have turned it into a rouge, eh? I mean, this was a great chance by the defense here. I just love the fact that they are flying around and trying to dislodge the football from these ball games.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Making his first move. Slips through the line. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. The Sooner offense returns to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. They'll try the counter.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Chucked it away just as he was hit. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete. 2nd and long here. Changing the routes with his receivers. The run inside. It's Roberts. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. Here they come facing 3rd and long from the 20. Looking for a man. It's Bentley. Rolls right. Out wide right, it's Traore. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Hands it off. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Fires complete on the crosser. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. First down, 10 yards to go. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. Long way to go on second down. They'll move the tight end. Caught in the backfield, it's Jackson. Breaks into the open. He's stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down. With this game all but decided, let's take a minute here as we get later in the season to look at the Heisman Trophy race. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Still running at the 40. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. To throw, it's long. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30. Delayed give. It's Roberts. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. Maybe a crease. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. On the ground with the counter. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. He's going to take off. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit.
And, man, you see it again. It's got to be frustrating for this defense. Like, there's a reason the offense has the lead, and it's because the QB can drop back and do things like that. It's supposed to be a pass, everybody playing pass, but he's just got such a knack and such a feel to take off and run and make people miss and create explosive plays, and that's why they built
on the ground inside. It's Blaylock. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
The Sooners will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. A very productive play on first. Touchdown Sooners! And they take it in for 6 more points. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
That's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting the drive together late. This might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home, isn't it? Come back to the home crowd after you've lost a couple games. Get some mojo going back in your way.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. The give. Powers through the defender. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Back to pass, it's long. They're all over him. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Leaves it in his belly. And he's only able to pick up about a yard before he's stopped on the play. And that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. No choice but to get rid of it, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Fresh set of downs going to the air. They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. This offense has it with really good field position. From the gun, the ground game. Slipping, sliding, dancing his way down to the 32. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll run him again. Ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort. Getting to the ball carrier, swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then following up for a massive fumble recovery.
They go to the counter. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work.
There he goes! And this is why a mobile quarterback is a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare. He has just been running wild all day. Looking to throw, it's Bentley. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. They'll need a bunch on second down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Got room on the return. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28. Great place to start for this offense. They'll run it. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
Man, that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm